from Australia. Humanitarian catastrophe. Well, Bangladeshi Hindus are subjected to violent persecution is the word coming in from Australian MP Julian Leeser. Leeser, in fact, has raised the issue of attacks on Bangladeshi Hindu in Australian Parliament. Let's listen in to what was the word exactly.
As I speak, Bangladeshi Hindus are being subjected to increasingly violent persecution. Sadly, not a new occurrence, though one that's increased in severity and frequency in recent days. The rule of law and the maintenance of social order in parts of Bangladesh is breaking down, and we're seeing the most terrible outcomes. Hindu neighbourhoods have been targeted, with households, temples and workplaces being attacked by large violent mobs. Families have had to flee their homes amid beatings. Looting and arson attacks are rife, with reports that Hindus have been killed in these attacks. The plight of Bangladeshi Hindus cannot be ignored. I call on the government of Bangladesh to uphold the principles of democracy and the rule of law, to ensure the safety and security of all its citizens, whatever their religion or whatever their political affiliation may be. Deputy Speaker, the world is watching.
CNN News 18, Siddhant Mishra is joining us on the broadcast. Siddhant, a very good morning to you. Finally, the word of condemnation pouring in internationally.
You know, there is an anger, there is a global outrage. In fact, not just the Australian MP, in fact, two of the Canadian MPs, Chandra Arya and Shubh Majumdar in Canada, have been speaking against the atrocities and the targeted attack on the Hindu community and other minority communities in Bangladesh. And in fact, you know, initially for a few days there were reports, suggesting that the Hindus were not targeted, minorities were not targeted in Bangladesh. It's a work of a disinformation. Such kind of propaganda was being spread by an ecosystem. But the time the network got open in Bangladesh and the things have started getting reported, then the world has realized the kind of disruption, violence, chaos which occurred in Bangladesh after the ouster of Sheikh Hasina. And from United Nations to in fact all governments across the world, the Member of Parliament, all have condemned the attacks on Hindus and the minority community in Bangladesh. In fact, there is a lot of pressure on Bangladesh, and this is the reason that yesterday Mohammed Yunus visited Dhakeshwari temple in Dhaka. In fact, that was his first meeting with the Hindu community. He assured people from the Hindu community that we are equal. There would not be any targeted attacks on the Hindu community. But again, the question goes out for the government of Bangladesh is that are they going to get the attacks on the Hindu community, the cases of attacks on Hindu community investigated? That is a larger question. And what are they going to do for the security of the Hindu community? Because in future, if again there is a situation of a turmoil or chaos, what assurance can the government of Bangladesh give to the Hindu community that they will be safe irrespective of circumstances, situation in the country? So that is something which Hindu community is looking for. Look, there are 9% Hindu population in Bangladesh. They contribute to the economy of Bangladesh, and they have chosen to stay in Bangladesh willingly. They consider Bangladesh as their own country. And this is the reason that there is a massive protest outrage by the Hindu community, not just outside Bangladesh, all across the world, but within Bangladesh. In fact, in Gopalganj, in Chittagong, in Mehespur, various places there have been protests taking place, and all they want is justice. All they want compensation for the loss they have beared in last 1 week, and also they want perpetrators to be brought to the book. And that is perhaps going to be the challenge for Mohammed Yunus, since his government is new. He is perhaps working hard to build consensus with political parties and other political forces in Bangladesh. So how will he act against the perpetrators? Who will be booked? What action will be taken is something which time will only tell us.
Right, Siddhant, thank you so much for putting all of that into perspective for our viewers. We'll keep coming back to you for more details of that story. Right now, shifting focus.